Hi everyone, and welcome to this month's installment of Zoho CRM tips and tricks. I was going to do a slideshow, but I think I'm just going to keep it on this. So today, this month, let me pop down to my 3 tips. There we go. Okay, sorry. So I'm Suzanne. I'm here again with your Zoho CRM tips and tricks. So as usual, every month we have 3 different tips to share for using not only Zoho CRM, but also some of the other Zoho products that connect and interface with CRM. So this month, March of 2016, we are reviewing these 3 tips. We're going to talk about how to easily forward mail to a CRM contact using Zoho Mail, that is basically the underlying email client in Zoho CRM. The second one is how to easily and quickly close activities from a list view. So we're going to look at a list of tasks, and I'm going to show you a shortcut for how to close tasks without having to open the task record and go in and update the task record. And then the last one is we're going to talk about attaching images to records. Right now, currently, there is no image field within Zoho CRM, so you have to get creative. You can attach an image as an attachment, but it's not really the greatest method, so I'm going to show you a little trick of a better way to attach images to records. So let's get started. I am going to go into our CRM. Okay, so here we are on our home screen. And for our first tip has to do with Zoho Mail. So I'm going to go into my email client, which is up here on the emails tab. And in the email client, we're going to demonstrate how we would forward an email to a contact. So the first thing you do is open the email you want to forward. You click the forward icon, which is this, same as pretty much any email client. And now I can notice, typically you would have to type into or whatever. And a lot of times, when we're using Zoho CRM, we rely on our CRM database to keep all our contacts. We're not really keeping a separate contact database in our mail, which is what this, just the bar is linked to. So if I just want to use or find a contact in my CRM database, I click on this little card, and you'll see that I have 2 tabs here. One is mail, which is all the contacts in my mail, which, as you can see, I have none because I keep all of my contacts in my CRM. So if I click on the CRM, now I can type in search for the person I'm looking for, and I find them, and I insert. And now I can forward this message on to Jean, who is in my CRM database. So again, the key is click on the index card, click on CRM, and then type in search characters to search through your CRM database. If you're not seeing the CRM tab there, it probably means that you don't have your mail activated or configured under personal settings. So if you do that and all you see is mail, then you need to go into Setup, Personal Settings, Email Settings, and click the big green button that says Configure Mail. Okay, so that is tip number 1. I'm going to cancel out of that. Tip number 2 has to do with activities. So from here, I'm going to click on my Activities tab. And what I have showing right now is a list of my open tasks. And you'll notice that I can click into a task, and I can change the status. I can close the task from here. But an easier way of doing that is right here. So you'll notice as I hover over my tasks, I get a menu that pops up, Edit or Close. And if I click Close, then that automatically closes that from here. And I don't have to open up the record. So if I've just gone through and I've worked a bunch of tasks, it's just a lot faster to go down and say, or if I'm catching up, and maybe at the end of the day, I'm going back into my CRM and catching up on everything I did, it's just a lot faster to come through and close the ones that I successfully closed. Now, the downside is, you're not in the record. You can't add any notes or descriptions or anything like that. So if you'd already done that, or if you want to add some information to the task before you close it, you will have to open the record. But again, this is a quick little shortcut to just go through and close a bunch of tasks after a hard day's work. All right, lastly, tip number 3, I should have mentioned this was going to be a quick one today. And I should also, forgot to mention, for anyone watching this live, you do have the Q&A panel available to you to ask any questions. And I will keep an eye on that Q&A panel and address any questions at the end, which is coming up very quickly. Okay, so my last tip for today, for this month, has to do with attaching images to records. So I am going to go in and open up a record. Let me see. All right, just pick one. I'm going to pick that one. And as you know, with any record, you can attach. So I can attach from Google Drive, Zoho Docs, from my desktop, or from documents within CRM. So if I do that, and let me demonstrate that too, I'm going to choose a file, and in honor of our recent holiday, I did have, here it is, I'm going to pick an Easter basket. And I'm going to attach that, and I'm going to say attach. So now I do have my Easter basket image, and it's attached, but I don't really see the image. I just see an icon, and in order for me to see it, I have to download it. I can't view the image as an image in my Zoho record. I have to click download, download it to my computer before I can see the image. So that's not really helpful for images, especially like, for example, if you're an auction house and you want to keep images of all the different items that you're auctioning. It's just not a great way to do it. So a better way is through the notes field. So I can add an attachment to a note. And when I add an attachment here, let me find my Easter basket again. I can type right. It's Easter basket, save. And now you notice, now I see the image. And if I click on it, I see the big image right on my right within Zoho, and I can also choose to download that as well. Oops. Skip out of there. So just a much better way of attaching. Oops, I escaped. Let me come back in. Much better way of attaching and viewing images in your record versus using the attachment, which again, you don't even see the image, and to see the image, you have to download the image. So that is my third and final tip for today. As always, hope you find these useful. Quick 10-minute video to watch through for 3 hopefully valuable tips, and tune in next month when we will have 3 additional tips to share with you. Thanks for watching. If you're watching live, I don't see any commercials, questions. So we're going to conclude this. And if you're watching recorded, thanks for finding us on YouTube and watching this video. And just know that there are a lot more videos with tips and tricks, not only for Zoho, but for other CRM packages as well. Microsoft Dynamics, Salesforce, Crystal Reports, just a whole lot of information. And there's also a ton of information on the Marks Group website, marksgroup.net. We have a whole blog that has not only these 3 tips in written form, but a ton of other great tips for you to use in your day-to-day work. All right. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next month. Bye.